Welcome everybody to the big show. Today we're going to talk about our recap of Top Dog 2024. We talk about the news. Not so great. Interesting.
Scary.
And then we talk about pie. Oddly. And you're driving. And much, much more coming up right now on Service Drive Revolution. I can't believe that it's coming up on the holiday season already. Like, where did it go?
Doesn't it feel like we just started this year?
Feels like I just put the jet skis in the water and then I just took them out.
It's like 2 weeks.
We just locked everything up.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This year has gone very fast. What are your plans for the holidays? You got anything all laid out yet?
We're going up to Portland, and my mom is coming down. Yeah, so.
Oh, that's kind of a big deal. She's used to being the home field for that event, isn't she?
Yeah, I think she's getting to. I don't know. She's not up for that, I don't think.
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt to host Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's a big deal. I've been trying to go back and forth on whether or not I'll go back home to Chicago for Thanksgiving, but I'm not sure if I will.
It's coming up quick.
I have weeks to decide.
It's funny. My mom kind of like insinuated that she wasn't going to prepare anything for Thanksgiving, but she has to make pies.
Yeah.
And I influenced her and she knew exactly what I was doing and it still worked. That's how good I am at this, Christian.
So years, if you will, years upon years of training from spies and CIA interrogation has gotten you pie.
The most important part of the Thanksgiving experience is my mom's pie.
A little strawberry rhubarb headed your way.
Well, it's usually pumpkin.
Okay.
And then she makes a chocolate pie. She makes mincemeat for Tim, which I'm not a fan of mincemeat, but he loves it.
I don't even know what mincemeat is.
It's like deer and spices.
In a pie?
Yeah. It's absolutely disgusting, but they love it.
It just sounds evil. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
It's not for me.
Yeah. So I'm not a mincemeat person.
No. So she said, oh no, I'm not going to be able to do it. By the time we drive down, it'll be soggy. She had this whole thing. And I said, okay, well, I'll get Missy to call around the local grocery stores and see, we'll just pick up some pies at the grocery store. And then she goes, well, I could, and then she kind of talked herself into it.
Yeah.
And then literally she goes, you remember when I was coming down there to California and I wasn't going to make pies and you said you were going to get them from a local bakery and that they were organic. That really sets her off. If I'm like, oh yeah, no, Mom, it's okay. There's it was Earth Cafe here. I'm like, they have the best pumpkin pie and it's organic, nobody was killed in the process of making it. I don't know what makes a pie organic. But she was like, that sounds disgusting. And then she made pie. And she goes, you did that to me again. And I was like, yeah. She goes, okay, well, I'll work on it. But no, she has to make pie. There's no way around it.
I would assume that it wouldn't be a holiday with her without some sort of beautiful, beautiful dessert. Now, I didn't
use the same tactic. I didn't do organic. I just used grocery store.
Yeah, so you're just testing different things.
Just the disappointment of a over the counter grocery store pie was enough.
Yeah. Have you ever met anybody that their position was to go around the country and certify that stuff's organic?
No.
That's because the position doesn't exist.
Yeah, no.
You basically could like.
Well, I think what happens. I know a little bit about farms. You're certified by your dirt and your process, not the actual outcome. So like it takes 5 years to get certified because you have to go through a process. But once you're certified, you're certified.
Yeah, but it's probably a lot like me.
There's shenanigans, I'm sure.
I'm getting certified as an ordained minister too is about the same thing as being organic.
And the government
certified.
Isn't good at running anything.
No. It was so funny. I was Oh gosh, I was talking to Claudia about the business, and she brought this up to me because, like, I don't know, when it comes to money, like, I like to know, like, where the pennies are, where the dollars are, like the outgo, the income, everything like that. And I'm like, because the taxes got to be right. And she's like, you understand that the United States government, like, they can't keep track of anything. I don't know if they're going to care about our numbers being off by $8. Like, it was one of those, like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know why I get caught up in that.
What was it when Biden was blowing up the IRS? Like, he added a bunch of money to hire people, and they had some number that they'd calculated that was insane that they would get from auditing people, because I don't know, they don't audit anybody.
Yeah, but they lose billions and billions of dollars. Like, they just have no explanation for stuff.
Oh, I got a speeding ticket the other day. Did I tell you this?
No.
Yeah. So coming to work on kind of a side road like Venice Boulevard in San Vicente. I go that way usually because the freeway is a disaster. And I was kind of playing with this Tesla a little bit, like where we were trying to beat each other.
Yeah.
And I got ahead of him and I just floored it, and I was going and out of nowhere is this motorcycle cop behind these bushes on a street, like just on San Vicente. I haven't seen in LA anybody with a radar gun in 8 years. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, it's been a long time that anybody was stopping for speeding.
Yeah, that's super weird.
So the guy pulls me over. I pull onto a side street, pulls me over, and he's like, you know how fast you were going? I was like, no, tell me, how fast was I going? He goes, well, at first you were going 60, but I clocked you. The last time I clocked you was like 50 or something in a 35. Was it a 35? And I was like, okay. And I said, I'm really glad that you're doing this. And he looked at me like, what? And I go, yeah, like this is good. Like, start pulling people over for stuff. Like, start writing jaywalking tickets. Like,
we'll fix the city, believe it or not.
Yeah. You know, of course you guys don't show up when somebody's robbing a house, but
thank
by
God
all means,
you got me for 15 over.
Yeah, get me for 15 over. But, you know, if they're doing anything, it's great. Like, having a police presence is good. And he couldn't believe I said that. And then he brings the radar gun up and he's like showing it to me, and I'm like, man, just write me the ticket. I want to go.
You're not denying it.
He goes, well, some people will fight. And I go, no, I told him. He laughed. He literally snorted. I go, man, I was rocking out. I was having a great time and I was speeding. Like, and I can see the little camera on his thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, let's go. Like, he laughed. He thought it was funny.
Usually you can get out of those.
I thought about it.
I would have.
Yeah, I know.
I would have expected you to do it. There's a technique that I think that you probably could have used.
I didn't.
Okay. So everyone should also understand.
I always feel like I'm abusing my power when I do that.
I would have done it just out of curiosity to see if it worked. I wouldn't have felt like it was an abuse. Maybe like the forced speeding ticket I talked my way out of, I would have felt like it was abusing. But
I haven't had a speeding ticket in forever.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say is you have to put into context. Like, Chris and speeding normally don't go together. Like, he's a very conservative driver. I was talking to a client of ours last night about he was commenting on my driving, and he's like,
we went to dinner with him.
And so we're driving back.
It wasn't like you were alone with him talking. We were at dinner. Well, you were alone with him in the car.
Yeah, this was our conversation. So,
and he commented at dinner about how terrible your driving is.
Yeah. So I thought that this was the best compliment ever. He's like, hey, I'm thinking about renting out a racetrack. Did you want to come down and try out a race car? And I'm like, yeah, I really do.
No.
And he's like, do you think Chris would like to do that? I said, Chris is very risk averse.
No.
The idea.
I've driven F1 and I've driven NASCAR, and both times I couldn't wait to get out.
Yeah. So I don't perceive that as your thing.
I have no need for speed. In fact, I aspire to have somebody drive me.
Yeah.
I would love to have a longer version of my Land Rover and get chauffeured. I don't know how you make that pencil because they'd be sitting around all day. But my dream would be to have somebody drive me.
Well, I also think
I could take a nap. I could do work.
I was going to say, couldn't you justify it by saying that you could get a lot of stuff done? Like in an hour commute?
I don't know how you, I look at that flying private too, and it's like, could you justify it? It's a huge difference.
Yeah. They that's what they say when they're selling you on private is the efficiency.
I've
and
flown.
all this stuff.
I mean, you've flown private. You know what it's like.
Yeah.
We did that one time where we almost died.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
No, it wasn't. I knew more than the pilot.
That was so weird, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the pilot goes, "Oh, you're always right." I'm like, "Yeah, that's what they say, idiot." You almost killed us.
Yeah, we
almost ran out of gas.
Ran out of gas. We were headed to a blizzard.
Yeah, which I told him, and they were like, "Nope."
Wasn't it almost before we took off that you're like,
No,
hey,
it was a
this
week
is
out. I
thing?
told them there's snow predicted, and they like, we checked with our weather department, it's fine. Then the day of, I said, "Hey, there's a blizzard up there." Nope. And I knew that Boeing Field in Seattle was closed before they did.
Right.
Then the guy was like, "Well, we'll land in Olympia." I'm like, "We're not going to make the game if you land in Olympia. That's not right around the corner from Seattle in a blizzard." And then he goes, "Well, we got to do something. We're running out of gas." Remember that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Turn around and coast into Portland."
And that's exactly
And that's what we did. And then we fueled up and we went back.
Yeah.
And that was our private jet experience. And I haven't flown private since.
Me neither.
I'm fine waiting in line with TSA and letting them do a cavity search. I don't care.
Especially because the cavity search happens on me.
I'll tell you what, if I had a private jet, I'd have a parachute.
Oh, okay.
I just would. Like, I don't understand why you have a flotation device, but you don't have a parachute. Like, I've never gone jumping in my life. Like, I don't know how a parachute works or whatever, but I would take my chances if we're going down.
Well, yeah, because statistically, your odds are way better, even not knowing what you're doing, that you would jump out and have a parachute, then you crash.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even close, the statistics.
Now, it might be on a private jet that the door is in the front and you might hit the wing.
Oh, it's way worse to go into the engine. Oh, the engine's in the back on those
Depending on which one you have.
Jets, yeah.
But I don't think most of them have a door in the back.
I don't see why they would. They're not.
Yeah,
they're not
that
big
might
enough.
be the thing why you don't. I don't know, but so funny. But yeah, driver. If I could have a driver, I think about that a lot when I'm sitting in traffic. Like, because
why
there's
do I have to
there's
be
a
the one to do
tension
this?
here.
Have you taken a Waymo?
No, I'm not getting in one of those.
So
I also
you want a
don't-
driver, but you don't want no driver.
I don't trust the Tesla, Missy's Tesla with that.
And she's comfortable with it, right?
She does it all the time.
Yeah.
There's just certain, I don't know. I'm old. I don't know.
You're just risk averse. It's actually pretty smart.
Elon would say that it's safer to use his thing than humans.
He's probably right.
Yeah, maybe that is the thing. Maybe I should get a Cybertruck and just let it do it. You still got to pay attention.
Yeah, I think
What I'm saying is I don't want to pay attention.
Yeah, you want to sit in the
I
back.
want the back to be my own little world.
Right. Because you could put a desk
I don't want
up
him
there.
to talk to me.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I want to control the music, everything. Have a little party back there.
I think you never know about the future.
True. What's in the news, Christian?
There's a couple of things in the news. The first one, I'm going to go doom and gloom first and a little brightness to end. So Stellantis just announced recently that they're cutting more jobs in a plant in Michigan, and they're continuing one of the Ram models. So they cut 1,100 jobs, but their end game is they're going to cut 2,450 jobs. I'm seriously starting to worry about the future of that company.
I think somebody should buy it. They need a new leader. They have no leadership.
Yeah, the leader's fighting with the dealer body, right?
Think about how good that would do if you got Carlos out of asylum.
Yeah, or witness protection or whatever he's doing now.
He
shows up on podcasts.
He can't
every
leave
once in a
his
while.
country, right? Where is he? In Lebanon?
Oh, is that where he's from?
Is he getting bombed?
I don't think so. I thought he was South American.
No, it's somewhere over there, Middle East.
But I don't know. I was with Nissan when Carlos was in charge, and
He was great.
It was a great time.
He did a
So,
good job.
Yeah. And he probably didn't do anything any of these other people aren't doing. So
Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep has traded hands so many times. You know, when I had my Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge dealership, it sold from Mercedes. So Daimler owned it. Yeah. It sold to Blackwater.
Oh, I
Blackwater?
don't know about that one. And then to Fiat?
Yeah.
Wow. And now to whatever Stellantis is.
Yep. It's traded hands a bunch of times.
Yeah.
It would be nice if somebody bought it and moved it back to Detroit.
They need help.
Because Dodge makes a great truck. Like there's just a lot of things to love about Jeep and Dodge and Chrysler.
I think you and I have talked about this before. The inside is built for a working man.
Oh, I
Ram
love
truck.
my parents have one, and it's 10 years old, and it's amazing.
Yeah. Yep. The Ram truck saved your life
How did it do that?
in Orlando when you were about to get in a wreck. The truck pulled it together.
That's like your version of a magic trick. Like you put my life in danger, and then you saved my life by grenading the brakes.
It's a creation and solution to a problem.
While you're putting on your makeup, talking on your cell phone, drinking your latte.
That's magic. Oh, lovely.
Yeah, I don't know. I was in Florida for something, and you were driving, and you were bombing down the freeway, and then all of a sudden traffic stopped, and you realized it about a second too late.
No, second too late, we would have crashed.
You had to grenade the brakes.
It was a challenge.
And the ABS kicked on.
And I feel like you were sleeping before that moment.
I was probably relaxed. I don't know if I was sleeping, but maybe nodding off.
Oh, the good old days. All right. Next up is...
Wait, who do we want to buy Stellantis? Let's get through the list.
Oh, okay. Mark Cuban.
I don't think Mark Cuban's an operator. He's an investor. He understands what successful businesses look like, but he's not a runner of a business.
You couldn't see him putting the right people in place?
No.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, name something that he's done. Like even the Mavericks, they've won, but they're not dominant.
No, but they were.
They're not the Bulls or the Lakers in their run.
Yeah, that's fair. But they were just not on the map.
So what has he ever done? He's just famous. He's not an operator.
All right. What about Peter Thiel?
No. Peter Thiel is an investor. He's not an operator.
Okay.
But we don't want to take his focus off of Palantir. I've made so much money on Palantir stock. That thing has almost doubled recently.
That's great.
I'm always like, why didn't I buy more? No, we need like Carlos. Why don't we get Carlos out?
I already voted for Carlos.
Yeah, why don't we tell Japan to forget it? That I don't know, do something.
Yeah.
What's the most beautiful words in the English language? Better than love.
Let's make profit.
Sanctions.
Sanctions.
That's what Trump says. Why don't we sanction Japan to let Carlos come run
Stellantis.
Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Sprinter? What's going to happen to Sprinters? How are we going to have a party bus?
Yeah. Well, Sprinters are only Benz now.
Oh, they don't have them anymore?
So Stellantis is a ProMaster. Looks like a Sprinter, but it's separated off. Sprinter's only
It's a different
Mercedes
platform?
thing.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Go
so
ahead.
they have
Let
like
it
the
go under.
ProMaster and the ProMaster
Let it go.
City.
Let it go
We'll
bankrupt.
Okay. Sorry, Stellantis, Chrysler, Fiat, Black and Stock. Yes. All right. So the next is they did a survey about dealership service experience versus independent shop service experience. And
historically, independents wiped the floor with dealerships?
Not even close. Just
Wipe the floor.
annihilated them. Yes.
Wipe the floor means not even close, annihilating. That's the That's the literal definition of wiping the floor with somebody. Like you're using them as a mop on the floor.
Right.
It's the most degrading thing you could say.
The floor was wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Historically.
It was a bathroom floor too. All right. So they just did this again and it's a lot closer. So the score that
they no longer are wiping the floor.
Yeah. So it used to be like
kicking the shin
in the 40s to almost 60. And now it was like 59 to 66 in terms of the score that they got.
59 to, I'm trying to do that in reference to 100.
Well, it's a net promoter score. So
Oh,
how Net Promoter
funny
Scores
math.
work, it's like you would recommend to family and friends or you wouldn't, but it's only 7 points apart. And this is very interesting. You know who brought up the rear on this is your chain service provider, like Jiffy Lube,
Pep Boys.
Pep Boys. Those are the ones that are getting floors wiped dirty.
It's good. It's good that the dealers are stepping up.
Good job, dealers.
I like it. The potential's there. We have home field advantage.
Yeah. Sometimes we piss it away, or we give it away.
Okay, you want to talk about Top Dog? Or recap of Top Dog?
Yeah.
Let me set this up for everybody. The way that we did it this year is Christian was the MC. So he MC'd the whole event.
Kept the pace.
Kept the pace. And did an incredible job at the elite meeting, I thought. So
Oh, thank you.
the way that we did it is the elite group. So these are our managers that are elite. The elite group gets a different experience. So they come before, like a day before, and we have a special meeting for them. And we had a Slap Your Daddy barbecue, speak to them
Harry Sue.
and open up his business and kind of explain how his business works. You would have no idea from the outside how many streams of income he has and how smart he is. So he was an engineer. Crazy. From Legos. He's got his own Lego. He's got his own sauce. I was having a hard time keeping track of all the different streams of income. Even
like
YouTube.
the seasonings, the monetization of a YouTube channel. He put up this mind map. I don't know what else to call it other than a mind map.
It was a mind map.
It must have been 20 different things. It was really impressive.
Complicated. And the other thing that's nuts about it is he gives all the money to charity.
Yeah.
Like he's retired and he just lives off of that. But one of his things he said is like, have experiences, not possessions. And he's not, he's not living in a big house, driving a fancy car or whatever. In fact, the car he drives is pretty old.
It's a 101.
Yeah. What was it?
It was
Toyota.
It was a turbocharged Toyota Sienna.
Like 77 or 78 or something?
No, it's 91, I believe.
Yeah. So, man, it was so great. His thing was incredible. And then you went through financials. I forget what I talked about. But that was a highlight for the beginning of it. Then we had a reception that night. So everybody came in. And that's where your emceeing started.
Yep.
So through the whole event, what joke that you told, because you told a joke every time you went up there, or two.
Yeah. So I was trying to do a thing where it was like not too much, but also a little bit to keep people smiling and happy. And
So you tell a couple jokes and you'd introduce the next speaker. That was kind of the cadence, right?
That's right. That's exactly
What
right.
joke do you think landed the best?
Okay. So the one I believe landed the best. Ironically, I think I somehow subconsciously planted this in your mind before we started filming. But I was walking to work the other day, and just in general, I'm worried about the future of customer service sometimes because it's getting difficult, right? But
Yeah,
so I
for
walked
sure.
past this guy on the street, and he's selling parachutes, right? So next time we fly private, I'll get two. But
So you're walking to work.
yep.
And there's this
selling
guy
parachutes on the side of Figueroa,
just
right
parachutes for sale.
right by the Staples Center.
Okay.
And so I walk up to him and I'm like, "Hey, what happens if I buy this parachute and use it and it doesn't open?" You know what he says to me?
What?
"No problem. Bring it back. Bring it back. I'll get you a new one."
Yeah, that's hilarious. That got the biggest laugh?
I think that got the biggest delayed biggest laugh.
I like that.
So it took everybody a little while to figure it out.
Isn't delayed laugh kind of your favorite?
Yeah.
When I tell the pet the dog story and I say the Satan line, there's always a delay, and it's the best because you don't start, it's coming. Like that takes a little bit of confidence, right? To wait for it and not just start talking because you're like, you're going to want this time to yourself to laugh. It's going to take you a second. You're going to get it, and then you're going to laugh.
Well, I think part of it is people getting that joke. The other part is people deciding if they should laugh or not.
That's so the best.
You've got
the
that
absolute best
going on.
You
and
I have that in common. That's the thing we love more than anything.
Funny.
Is I shouldn't laugh, but I have to laugh.
You have no choice.
Yeah, I feel guilty, but man, I'm laughing.
Done. I think that I will tell you that in my personal life, that is the one joke that I've never seen not get a laugh. Like, I've told thousands of jokes in my lifetime, and I've told the same ones over and over and over again. There's always like somebody doesn't get it or somebody doesn't laugh. That Satan thing, it's a guarantee. That's why you can revel in it, because you know it's going to hit eventually. And then you just see how long it takes.
It's the best.
It is the best. So fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, Satan.
You did great.
Thank you.
It was the right tone and tempo, and you kept everything glued together. I thought it was amazing. My highlights from it, and I don't even know how to put this part into words, but just the overwhelming sense of community. Like how grateful and engaged everybody is. Like they feel like they're a part of, like they feel like family in a way. And I would attribute some of that to the library. And then the other part of it, I would just attribute to, I think the people that are attracted to our coaching group that come to stuff are that personality type. Like we're attracting kind of what we are creating in a way, right? Because there's just so many people that are just genuinely nice, and they contribute, and they will help somebody else. They will pick somebody up that is falling down, like just salt to the earth, good people. And I don't know, it's almost emotional, like when you think about it.
Well, that's what I was going to tell you is that I filmed some reaction videos at the end of the second night. And the thing that I got out of it is that everyone that did a reaction video for me, they got emotional during the thing. But the other thing that I thought that was really, really neat is that you could see their appreciation for all of the intention we put into the thing. Like they got it. And that went beyond just the coaching part, but it was like the library and trying to like make a difference in the world. They got it.
Yeah, it's funny that we always have a meeting after the meeting as a team. So whenever we have an event, we stay after the event, after everybody's gone, and we have a team meeting, and we go around and we talk about what worked, what didn't work. And one of our team members said something that was very insightful. Estrella. She said, I've never worked in a company where you have these meetings and all the stuff that we talked about last time is fixed, which is a tribute to our team.
That's right.
It's not me, it's not you, it's everybody that is involved in that. But I mean, we did struggle a little bit here in the library with technology.
In the past, for sure.
And that was a big thing that we were trying to figure out. And the team has done a great job addressing that. You know, just in the sense that we're trying to make this environment capable of a bunch of different things, not just a top dog meeting. There's other things that we're doing in here, right? So it's complex, but that part of it went off really well. But I thought that was a, you know, kind of a tribute to how seriously we take that sort of stuff. Like, yeah, to me, it seems obvious that we would fix it between, you know, and improving it better.
A lot of people take notes and never
We should film one of those meetings once. I think people would be surprised. So we ask everybody to keep notes in their phone, and then we go around, and the way that it works is if somebody already said what you have, you don't say it. But if you have something new, because it starts to move faster as we go.
Yeah, like the last 6 people might have one thing that they add. It's really nice.
Yeah, I think the last couple people only had like compliments, and that was it.
Yeah.
But it is a formula, or a system for improving. And it's not always comfortable, Like sometimes we're excited about something, it just doesn't work the way that we want it, or whatever it is. But we care about all of it: the bathrooms, the food, just the environment, making sure people aren't isolated and they feel involved. Like there's a lot that goes into it, and our team definitely had their heads on a swivel, from the coaches, everybody. It was great.
And I think that the way that it went off is a testament to the preparation part. Like we spent hours meeting and talking about things before it happened,
rehearsing it, going through it.
Yeah, we did walkthroughs and all.
There wasn't a minute of the day that wasn't planned.
That's right. And I think if you're going to give advice to someone else holding an event, it would be, don't leave anything to chance.
Well, we have a formula for it. The sheets we use, all that would be a formula. We could make a course for people.
For sure.
But that part of community really felt special. Like it felt like there is something that you can't really put into words, I guess.
Yeah. One of the things that kind of came out for me, and I think that we talked about possibly doing something like this, was that we did these breakout groups and we put service and parts managers together, and then we put advisors together, and then we put owners and GMs together. And I was pretty fortunate to be in the room with the GMs and the owners, and it really brought up the fact that they need a community too.
But yeah, that came up over and over again. Hey, you need to start a owner GM mastermind type thing, which I think we'll do.
Yeah, because we were talking.
We have a handful that want to lead it.
For sure. And we were the conversations, we were talking about how to approach fixed ops as an owner, how to approach fixed ops as a general manager. Like, what is your role? What should you be looking for? We talk about you got to hold your people accountable. What did that mean? And all that stuff came out during that breakout.
Also, a couple service managers or directors that became general managers talking about their transition to sales and how it was like I said it would be. It's easier than they think.
That's right.
That part of it too.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's
a couple people in Elite that have been asked to be general managers that have turned it down.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because of that. And I really went out of my way to tell them that I would help them through that, because it's not that hard. Like, sales is easier than fixed ops in a lot of ways. There isn't a lot of structure in sales. You think that there is, but there isn't to the degree that there could be. And that's where the leverage is. And when you come from fixed ops, your life is more accountability and system oriented.
Yeah, because if you don't have structure and fixed, it's a mess.
So that part of it too was interesting.
Yeah, that's good.
That we've made this conscious effort to create leaders that can become general managers, and then when they get to the door, they don't want it.
That's not our intention.
We probably should train them on sales during Elite. We should talk about sales.
Well, I think that once you break it down for them, it doesn't seem as difficult.
But maybe I should do it for groups.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Not just one-on-one in that way. Who was your favorite speaker?
Will
Guidara?
Yeah.
Unreasonable hospitality?
Unreasonable hospitality, like the theory of unreasonable hospitality, yes. But deciding to be number one was the lesson that I got from him. Like, that wasn't an option.
Even to the point he's like, now I'm trying to win an Emmy.
I have no doubt in my mind he will win an Emmy.
Yeah.
He'll figure it out.
Best restaurant in the world, all the awards that he's won, and he's like, now I want an Emmy. Yeah. He's very intentional about what he's trying to do.
Yeah. So that's the biggest lesson I got from him.
He was great. He's a great person.
Yeah. He's so sweet. So
let me see what else I have on my list. I've had a couple people since my talk get AI girlfriends.
I don't know if that was an intended outcome, but it's kind of
Remember,
funny.
I said it in the room. I go, a couple of you weirdos are going to go do this.
She's so mean, your girl.
I know, right? Why would you want an AI girlfriend?
No.
So the topic was kind of the future, and we talked about AI a lot. And one of the things that's going on that everybody might not be aware of is that it's like what are they predicting it to be a $9 billion business, but it's currently
the
$1 billion.
Was ridiculous. Yeah. So $1 billion for fake chicks.
For AI girlfriends, where you can go on these websites and pay $24 a month. By the way, I need to cancel.
Wouldn't that be funny?
Because I had to pay to do the screenshots that I did, but I need to go in there and cancel.
Yeah, because that mean lady will keep texting you.
Remind me to do that. But anyways, they're saying that it might be a $9 billion business that men are foregoing real relationships with women for these AI girlfriends. And there's over 1 million people right now paying for that monthly, like $24.95 a month. Which
in the industry's defense, the cheapest girlfriend you'll ever have.
And about worth $24.95 in my opinion. Like, I don't know. But, right?
Demon. You picked a demon woman.
So funny.
Yeah.
So that was funny. Yeah, I have had 2 people say that they got girlfriends. They signed up for it.
So sorry.
And Coach Hoagie did a great job. His talk
was super, like the success is just a formula.
That'll be up in on demand here pretty quick too. So if you're on our on demand, some of these will be put up. The team did a great job where they switched or edited them while it was happening. So our turnaround is going to be much quicker this time. Another thing we're trying to get better at. For sure.
That's really, really good. I like that. I like a gift that you got throughout the thing where there was somebody that was teaching us about, gratitude and how to talk to, how to let customers know that you really, really appreciate them. And then there was this curated gift that was just completely personalized and customized too, which I really, really liked. I thought that the AI guy gave a lot of people some stuff to think about.
He scared everybody.
Well, he had a crazy, freaky video.
You've never seen that video?
No.
I've actually seen that video before so the video is these students walking around Harvard.
Yep.
With the Facebook glasses on, which I have those glasses. Stanford. Do you know that?
Yeah, it was some fancy school.
Patricia got those for me for Christmas.
I didn't know that you had that, but that was insane.
So they're doing face recognition on people and then telling people where they live and like all this personal stuff just by somehow writing software that integrates it with face recognition.
Yeah.
Scary. But also, like, you know what I was thinking? Were you thinking what I was thinking?
Probably not.
Like, remember when we used to pay for these RF readers that were $5 a piece to read customers' cars when they came in?
Oh, it could just do that.
Couldn't we do face recognition out on the corner and just know who's coming in beforehand? For free?
Think of all the homeless people we could employ from around the country.
Think about when we used to put those in cars at every PDI. It added up.
Yeah, that's true.
I was thinking there's a way to integrate that into the drive where
you use all that information. That's insane. But yeah, there's some pretty crazy stuff about the future. And I always think like that is like, there's what's known to the public. And then there's the other part that they know and they're doing that they're not telling anybody about. I always go to like 2 levels past what we know with technology.
It's good. Well, it was a blast.
I think it was the best one yet.
It's in the books. Top Dog 2024. Now we can relax.
2 more days and then we'll start planning for 2025.
And I think we kind of just like glossed over the fact that we were at dinner last night with somebody and they were deathly afraid of your driving.
We did just gloss over it. You
picked them up downtown and you just needed to drive them to Beverly Hills. And in that short period of time.
It's funny. I didn't realize how many things you could hold on to. Well, like as a passenger, I think he was here and here. Oh no, I had the top down. So he was like, I think he was holding on to the top.
I haven't had anybody mention your driving in a while.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I don't understand is I feel like you do it on purpose because it's random. Like some people ride with you and they're like, oh, it's fine. I've ridden with you and I've even said like, oh, hey,
I've gotten better.
You got better. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Okay, so
it's very inconsistent.
No, I have a theory on last night though, because I don't like to be late. and I don't trust the traffic going from downtown to Beverly Hills. So I was probably a little more aggressive.
But in traffic, how are you going to drive aggressive? Like you have to.
You go left, right, left.
You driving on the curb.
Yeah,
like,
whatever you got to do. He's like, he asked me.
Someday I'm going to see you on the news, like the helicopter's chasing you.
But I made it on time. He asked me, he's like, hey, do you have people ever drive on the sidewalk? And I wonder if he was asking just to make sure that I wasn't going to drive on the sidewalk.
That's what he was doing. So funny. Okay, well, thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time on Service Drive Revolution. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Service Drive Revolution. We're uploading new stuff every day, so make sure you subscribe and click the bell icon so you don't miss out. If you have a question you'd like us to answer on the show, call 8333-ASK-SDR and we'll answer your question on the show. That's 8333-ASK-SDR. For special deals on our books and training, head over to offers.chriscollinsinc.com. Now that's offers.chriscollinsinc.com. I'm Chris Collins, and I'll see you in the next video.